Hey everyone, how's it going? Matthew Bailey here, and welcome to my review on episode 1 of Power Rangers Beast Morphers. That's right, I said I was going to possibly do a review on the very first episode, which I currently am now, and I gotta say, I thought the first episode was amazing, and there were some crazy twists in the first episode, and the two that we know are supposed to be the Red and Yellow Rangers weren't actually the original ones, but it was but they jumped in and accidentally became the two Red and Yellow Rangers. And I mean, the Blue Ranger was still the original, but and as for the main story of the first episode, I mean, it turns out that there was a lot of crazy characters in this episode. Like, I did notice the names of a few characters, like one specific character who was just helping do the presentation might possibly become one of the other future Rangers in the future episode. And if my calculations are correct, he'll probably be the Gold Ranger. But there was talks about a Silver Ranger, but we haven't heard of a name or a casting for that one yet. So and the thing that got me about this episode was the fact that some of the old villains that appeared in previous seasons of Power Rangers, like Rita Repulsa, Sledge, Galvanax, they are all mentioned in this episode, which means that this specific version of Power Rangers might actually take place within one of the dimensions. My guess is the original version with Rita Repulsa, because as we all know, RPM through Dino Charge apparently did not take place in the same dimension as Ninja Steel, because even in that anniversary episode in Super Ninja Steel, they said we never heard of a Dino Charge or an RPM, which means they actually exist in the exact same. The Ninja Steel Rangers exist in the exact same timeline as the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, which means Mighty Morphin all the way up to In Space all take place in the same timeline, as well as Ninja Steel. So my assumption is that possibly Beast Morphers takes place in the exact same timeline as Mighty Morphin through In Space and Ninja Steel. And I guess we'll find out, because like I said, 3 villains were mentioned in this episode from previous seasons: Galvanax from Ninja Steel, Sledge from Dino Charge, and Rita Repulsa from Mighty Morphin. So it's interesting to see how this season turns out. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be doing any reviews on the future episodes, but I will do a review on the season itself once the season is up. So, which will probably be near the end of this year, but and I don't know if they're going to do what they did with Ninja Steel to this one, where they only do up to 8 episodes throughout the year, and then they wait until fall or winter to do the rest of them. But I guess we'll find out. So, as for my rating on the very first episode of Beast Morphers, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. So, yeah. The reason why I only gave it a 4 out of 5 is because there were some aspects in the first plot of this first episode that I felt were confusing, but I guess they'll make sense once the season goes on. So that's all for now in my episode review of Power Rangers Beast Morphers, and as always, I will see all you dudes in the next video.
Yeah.